lovely two mascots as well. To begin with, to my immediate left, the captain of the Sudurpaschim Royals, Dipender Singh Airi. Captain of the Janakpur Balls, Arthur Sheikh. And to adjudicate the flip of the coin, match referee Mr. Manu Nair. Home side Sudurpaschim Royals, defender for the one last time in NPL Season 1. Keep that a flip. Hey, heads is the call by both. Sudurpaschim Royals, Dipender Singh Airi. What have you decided and why?
Batting first, the pitch, so they were batting first.
I didn't hear that because of the loud cheer. You're batting first, I hear.
Yeah.
Right. What do you make of this atmosphere, this occasion? You're one match away from history.
एकदमै राम्रो सपोर्ट छ र अब लास्ट एउटा म्याच अब 100% दिएर आफूले जितेछ त्यही नै हो.
Right, you've been in a very good run of form. You've had two outings against them. You won both. Have you discussed this in the dugout?
त्यस्तो हामीले प्लानिङ चाहिँ गरेको छौँ र त्यही अनुसारले खेलिरहेछौँ. वान म्याच बाई एक म्याचमा खेलिरहेको छौँ. सो त्यही भएर त्यही प्लानिङ छ अब.
Right now that you're batting first, what's the runs you're looking to score first up?
I think 160 plus.
And what about your playing 11 for this big final?
Same team.
All the very best, Dipender. One match away from history. Give it your best.
Thank you.
Asif, what would you have done had you won the toss?
We were looking to bat first as well, but it's okay. It gets better in the second inning as we have played a lot of matches in the field. So anything below 170 will be a good score to take.
Now, what do you make of this atmosphere, this vibe, how big an occasion it is? You're one step away from history.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this crowd, it's always motivators to play under them. And like, we're going to play as best we can.
Right now that they're batting first, what do you think is a safe score over here to restrict them?
As I said, I mean, anything below 170 would be a good score to take.
What about your playing 11?
We are on 10.
All the very best.
Thank you.
There you have it. The news from the centre is that in the big final, Sudurpaschim Royals have won the toss and they'll be batting first. Tends to be the way to go, doesn't it? In a grand final, you win the toss, you want to get those runs on the board. Both sides unchanged. Brandon McMullen has constantly promised that he's going to play that big innings. Is today going to be the day? Dipender Singh Airi is in the mix for the player of the tournament, and Harmeet Singh is being more economical than any of the bowler. That's for the Royals. What about the bowls, HD?
Yeah, let's not forget that we got Rashbanji sitting on 16 wickets. He's level with Scott Kugelheim. Someone's going to take away the pick of the bowlers of this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to a spinner.
Yeah, I'll tell you something more. I have absolutely no doubt that the player of the tournament will be decided today. That's how close the running is. So many good performances by so many good players. There's no doubt about that. I want to thank HD Ackerman, not just for today, but through all this tournament. We've got the national anthem coming up in a few moments. Let's go up to the commentary box. Thank you very much, Andrew and HD. The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the championship final of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by NCL. It's the Sudurpaschim Royals taking on the Janakpur Bulls. And look at that for a turnout today as well. It's a packed house once again. And just as we speak about the fans, it's the grand entry of the teams that will be cheered for. Two teams have risen to the top, each driven by an unrelenting desire to claim the ultimate prize. And we all gather here for the one last time in NPL Season 1 to witness the culmination of months of dedication, perseverance and passion. 17 days of pulsating, exciting and entertaining cricket, which has witnessed 31 matches, and it now boils down to the epic clash, the Judgment Day and the ultimate showdown, Hamro Jeet, with that incredible piece of silverware as the two teams walk out to line up for the national anthem. The Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium is a cauldron of noise, a kaleidoscope of color, and a sea of frenzied fans. And we are all set for a very, very special moment as well. The air is electric and the excitement is infectious. And I request each one of you all to rise up for the national anthem. The energy is contagious, the enthusiasm is unwavering, and the creativity is off the charts as well. This is cricket fandom at its finest. We are all set for the ultimate showdown, and just the right time to introduce and welcome my co-commentator as well. Sitting alongside me, Monali Patel. Very good afternoon, Monali.
Thank you so much, Mikhail, and a very good afternoon to you as well. It all boils down to this moment right here. The Nepal Premier League season number 1 has been quite a show, and the entire country has come to a standstill. They've come out in hordes, they've come out to support, and for one final time this year, they're going to come out and do it again. It's going to be a contest between these two sides. Both of them have been consistent at times. Sudurpaschim Royals especially more consistent, but the Bulls, they look to try and upset the Royals today. The history not really on their side, as they've lost 2 games to the Royals in the past, and they want to try and change things around today. It's the Sudurpaschim Royals who won the toss today, and they chose to have a bat first.
Yes, and you'd want to believe this is a good toss to win. What a player he's been for the side, to the line. Janakpur Bulls have not had the greatest of outings in their last couple of games, but they'll want to erase all of that. And that's what they'll be keen to do, is put up a very fine effort. You can still see a lot of people coming in. The stadium is filled to capacity by the fans here, and we're coming to you live for the one last time in season 1 from the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. Look at that. NPL season 1 is more than just a game. It's a celebration of life, of passion, and of Nepal fans. Every boundary, every wicket, and every run is met with a deafening roar. These fans are living their best lives at the moment, Monali.
Yeah, most definitely are. And that man on screen, Jimmy Neesham, he has been a star performer, especially with the bat for the Bulls. And he will be required today, you'd assume. And something tells me the fans, we talk about them, we talk about their support, and they're really going to miss the Nepal Premier League after today. They'll have to wait a whole year for it to come back.
I was just speaking to a couple of fans, and they did tell me, sir, we don't know what to do after this. But I'll tell you what, this man's been in the thick of things. Started off as a middle order bat. He's got a 50 to his credit. One of the few batters, 4 batters for Sudurpaschim Royals to register the 50 in this tournament. 90 against the Lumbini Lions, but the strike rate very impressive as an opening batter, 130. Very dangerous left-handed batter, and the senior pro, 34-year-old Vinod Bhandari, fresh from a 50 in that last game. How well has he got into the groove for the Sudurpaschim Royals? A couple of 30s, a best of 58 against the Janakpur Bulls in qualifier 1. Walked away with the player of the match, and this is a very strong, formidable opening pair for the Royals.
And that's what makes them so lethal, the Royals. The consistency up at the top. For the Bulls, it's going to be Harsh Thakur to start things off. A best of 5 for 23. He's picked up 11 wickets. He's been impressive. The young'un from Canada. I'm sure the nerves are coming into play. It's a big game. The crowd's roaring. Here we go. It's time for the action to start.
Play is the call. Here we are for the ultimate showdown. Yeah, immediate runs here. Full ball. Off the mark is Zeb. And so are the Royals as well. With a single down to long off. Wow. This is really, really incredible atmosphere we're witnessing at the TU Stadium.
Incredible atmosphere. You said it was infectious, and yes, it absolutely is, but it also brings a bit of nerves into the players. A lot of eyes on them. And something tells me the team that holds their nerves the best is going to come out on top of this today.
Indeed, deep square leg and a long gone. Two fielders in the deep for the off spinner. Yeah, he means business. He goes over the infield, clears it as well. We'll get a couple of runs. And look at the chants and cheers in the stadium as well. It's a boisterous crowd, and the boys in yellow have incredible support here.
Well, intentions made very clear. And we talk about intent, there it is. A bit tossed up, and he's throwing his bat at it, Binod Bandari. He didn't have the most control on it, but he's off the mark. And it's signs of things to come.
No protection in the deep on the offside. This time, goes with a big heave. And he'll go the distance as well. In only the third delivery of the innings, the Royals get a maximum. That's the Siddharth Bank 6. And Binod Bandari is making intentions very clear.
Just a bit too full this time from Harsh Thakur. It allows Binod Bandari to get down on that one knee. That's the first Siddhartha Bank maximum. Had Mohsin in the deep, but he picked the gap perfectly.
This one straighter. And protection in the deep there, long gone, has been kept busy for a while. But that's a very good approach and great execution as well of plans over here by the Royals. Winning the toss, batting first, the message is clear, Monali.
Yeah, I like what I just see there. Quick communication between the two batters. They want to make sure that they still hold it together. It's 10 runs off the first 4 deliveries.
Quick single towards Miran. Wonderful running, good calling. And I reckon the discussion was about that. We've got the runs on the boards there. I'm going after the off spinner. You just play it around.
And communication key. We've seen so many runouts throughout the NPL. You want to make sure you communicate with your batting partner out in the middle. But it clearly seems that Binod Bandari is going to be the aggressor here.
This one's right out of the screws and into the side screen as well. What a start by the Royals. And Binod Bandari is breathing fire with the bat. They accumulate 17 in the first over. What atmosphere, what a start, what a toss to win. Look at that for the Royals, the bat deep. They go to Kugaline, who can get the big hits as well. Naren saw the Sean promise with the bat, but it's the bowlers in the end that will come in handy when they come out to defend the target. But Macmillan, Dipendra, Ishan, Arif, Harmeet, it's a never-ending batting lineup for a side that has won the toss and decided to bat first in a big final. And what a start they've had. Rollicking, 17 for no loss, 2 sixes in the last over. Harsh Thakur going for runs as Nisham has been drafted, but he's been their go-to man for Asif Sheikh, beg your pardon. Driven. He's looking good, and he's happy getting to the other end.
It's a good line to start from Jimmy Nisham though. Can't really commit on that back foot, not too short. But our on-field umpires, it's Bismillah Jan Shinwari, the man from Afghanistan. Alongside Rashid Riaz, currently going to square leg.
Yeah, he'll have to do a bit of running. And there is Mr. Budhi Pradhan. Yes, we saw the wave. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Pradhan. And umpiring has been spot on cue in this tournament. Meanwhile, it's going to be Bandari facing up to Nisham. Now he's miscued this one. And it falls safe as well. He's taking his chances here, Vinod Bhandari, but he's been sent out with a plan.
Well, sometimes you have to take those risks. They have a very solid batting lineup, the Royals. They want to maximize these power plays. We did mention it's going to be a high-scoring affair. The track is made for batting today. This one tried to go down the ground and he absolutely hammered it. It went all the way for the first few runs, as this is going to be more runs. 5 wides. They want to start better than this, the Bolts with the ball.
And the pressure will be felt for the fielding side. Drifting down leg. Not much could Milanta do behind the stumps. 5 wides. And in 8 deliveries, the Royals have already moved, or should I say raced, to 24. The Royals are unbeaten in their last 4 games. Beautifully driven. Work to do for the field and the deep. They're pushing for the second. And Zeb will get back as well. He's playing along the carpet and he's looking very elegant at the moment.
That's a good stroke. Jimmy Neesham bowling a hard length, but he waited on it. And it's a positive start. 26 already in just 1.3 overs. Dipender Singh Airi, the skipper, he's going to be happy with the start. You could just see those wheels churning away in that brain, constantly analysing.
Good single, good run, good calling, good response. And this is what you need with the boundaries, turn the strike around. Now they've been Janakpur bowls, as you mentioned, Monali, twice in their last 4 games.
Josh Trott, cutie pie, would you like to go on a date with me? Well, I think Josh Trott might have a date if he wants.
All I can ask him is, how's the Josh? And he'll say, hi, sir. Soft hands, sensible cricket.
The history doesn't favour the Bolts at the moment, but they want to try and change that today. 3rd time lucky is what they're saying. Anil Shah on screen with his broken arm, unfortunately out of the side. Poor timing with that broken arm, especially considering they're in the finals and they could have used that bat of his.
Yeah, you've got to have the method in the madness over here. It's the big final. Here again, they're up in the circle this time. Will not be allowed a single. It's been a very good passage of play so far for the Royals. Batting first, they are 28 after 2 overs. That's what the bowls look like. They go unchanged as well. But their batting needs to come good, particularly on top. Milanta's form will be key. Kansakar has got a promotion. He's looked good in his 20s. Asif needs to strike big. He is a quality batter. Thakur has done the job. It's been a Neesham show more often than not in the latter half of the chase or the innings for the bowls. What a contest over here. As the go-to man, one of the best bowlers in Nepal, particularly the left-arm spinners that we talk about. The leading wicket taker, 16 wickets for him. Always been bowling in the power plays, and look at that for economy and average as well. A best of 3 for 8. He's been the wicket-taking bowler. He'll be up against Vinod Bhandari, who's looking dangerous and destructive as well. Was that an opportunity? I wonder what was the communication this time between the batters, but that was a very good chance. So close.
have been a bit hesitant between the wickets, these two. Bandari, yes, no, sent back. I think he's the one who actually turned back to notice the fielder was coming in nice and hot.
You don't want to run out at this stage. No way. Yeah, he'll take the pace of the ball. This time, slightly more wider of Jimmy Neesham. And they'll fetch a single.
Malik Rajavanshi, 2 for 22 in his 4 overs against the Yaks. I mentioned it, he's been very consistent. He's a wicket taker, but he had a tough game the last time he had played the Royals. In fact, most of their bowlers did. Long on. Actually, there's a mid-off and a deep mid-wicket. And a deep square leg.
This is very good running. Oh, this is a direct hit as well. And this will have to be referred upstairs. Has Zaid made it? They were slow to get onto the ball in the outfield. But a direct hit always gets everyone interested. This is going to be a very interesting call.
3 fielders in the deep on the leg side and very slow to get to this one. Should be in by quite a margin. Just needed to attack that ball a bit harder, and you could hear a loud call of throw. Get that ball into the keeper. Not out it is.
Yeah, you can sense a lot of support for the boys in yellow. Sudurpaschim Royals come with their fair bit of army and entourage over here. The fans are on their feet, waving flags, banners and scarves. And it's a rainbow of loyalty and devotion for both the teams. And that's what NPL Season 1 has been all about. Yeah, with the left-handed batter, the left-arm spinner, there's a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. You sense Zaid will fancy his chances. Nicely bowled.
Exceptionally bold. Saw Zaid coming down the track, fired it in. Followed him. Such a level of confidence that man brings to his side. Dipender Singh Irie.
Sweeps. This deep square leg, he'll get a single.
More attacking this time. Sharmila in the deep. Picks up and gets the throw in. Nice and quick. You've got to remember, the Royals are quick between the wickets. The standards are set by their captain, Dipender Singh Irie. You fumble, they'll take the extra. You're slow on the ball, they'll take the extra.
You can sense the energy and the urgency here today for the Royals. Trying to make every ball count. Smartly done. You want to give respect to the bowler who's been in sublime form. This is a very fine over and a good start for Rajvanshi. Only 4 coming off it. It's 32 for no loss after 3. Yeah, this is how it is. It's quite a canvas, this stadium, an amphitheatre, and it turns into a bull ring when Sudurpaschim Royals are playing in the middle. Janakpur bowls, good amount of support for them as well. 2 of the best sides, formidable sides, tabletoppers in the league stage, and quite fittingly in the finals as well.
Slow through the air, Harsh Tucker. Just get a sense that he's holding that ball This time he gets some good revs on it.
Yeah, using the depth of the crease this time, too close to cut, needs to be careful. We saw what Thakur did with Shikhar Dhawan a couple of matches ago in the league stages, the one that came in with the arm. That was almost through him. Wonderful bowling here.
It's an excellent start to Harsh Thakur's over. He's gone for 17. That first over, very expensive, but he's bowling to Zaid this time. Good revs.
And it's a change of ends for Thakur, and now he's bowling to the longer side of the boundary as well, to the right-handed batter. Maybe that would have also prompted the captain to bring him from the far end, and that's a good move. And the last part of his second over has been to the left-handed batter, helping him gain confidence as well. This is nicely bowled. Yeah, just a bit of frustration creeping in here for Zaid.
Just outside the line this time. Going at a bit of a slow strike rate, 9 off 14, and you sense that something's got to give this delivery. Surely it can't be a maiden.
Brilliant comeback by Thakur. He bowls a maiden and keep things quiet just when things are running away from their grasp. It's 32 for Nolas. What a contest here. That's Mr. Lokesh Sharma, the MD of TCM, and Mr. Rahul Agarwal, the director of Siddhartha Bank. A big shout out to both these gentlemen for bringing about a special outing in NPL Season 1. Mr. Lokesh Sharma there, sipping on some water, MD of TCM. Wonderful to have you as well, sir. A very good afternoon. Wow, heavyweights and great work by TCM. I'll tell you what, they put across a carnival, a festival of the Himalayas, and we've seen some amazing work done by the TCM team all through.
Well, the dots are continuing to pile on here. So it's the 7th dot in a row now, and it's been 19 deliveries since the last boundary. The Bulls are just starting to pull this back.
Yeah, you don't want to offer too much room, you don't want the bowl too full, because both these batters are already in top gear walking into bat.
And that's exactly what Lalu Rajabanshi is doing, allowing for no room. That one came in sharply to the right-hander.
Yeah, just go in with the arm. Bowl it flatter, bowl it quicker. And now you can see, we've seen 9 dot deliveries.
Surely you just sense a release shot coming here. And a leader find the boundary will find the hands of a fielder.
The time since the last boundary, 22 deliveries. We've seen 10 dot deliveries in a row between Thakur and Lalit Rajbanshi. What a comeback here by the bowls. This looks an even contest. Wow.
Momentum's a funny thing, isn't it? When it's going your way, you find those runs very easily, and then all of a sudden you have one quiet over and that momentum's lost. The last delivery, we've not seen a run come in all of the last over. And then now 5 deliveries of this one.
Wow, we've seen 2 maidens in a row. It was 28 after 2, it's 32 after 5. This has been a spectacular comeback by the bowls. 32. much more like it. After 12 balls with not a single run, suddenly the Royals get going again. Flying start, 28 off 2. All of a sudden it was 32 off 5 as I welcome HD Ackerman.
Gee, they played those last 2 overs poorly. This is better. Long batting lineup. Got to take some risks inside this power play.
Just enough. Over the offside, Mahatso was right on the edge of the circle, but Zabe hits with the spin this time and makes it back-to-back boundaries.
Lovely shot, wasn't it? Little use of the feet, not quite at the pitch, but doesn't force it, just times it.
This won't be a boundary, but will be at least a single, won't be a couple. I haven't even had time to catch my breath yet. HD, how are you? Very good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Lenny, and afternoon to all those who have tuned into the broadcast. That's been quite amazing. Got off to an absolute flyer and then 2 poor overs with the bat. Granted, well bowled by Harsh Thakur and in particular Rajbanshi, but I thought that 2 Royals openers, they got caught up looking in one particular area, and when it wasn't there, then they couldn't score.
Yeah, so much of a day like today comes down to who holds their nerve, who plays the rather unbelievable atmosphere better, who handles the pressure. We'll get a couple here. Good running. You know how many times I've been here, HD, but I can't really, well, certainly for any domestic cricket, remember anything like this. The number of requests for passes, for tickets, the appetite for people to try and get here and experience it with their families, with their kids. Quite remarkable. As that'll be 4 more, the third of the over. Thacker maybe being asked to bowl 1 too many in the power play.
This is clever. This is very clever by Vinod Bandari. Understands where the field is. There's a man at square leg, just in front of square. He knows if he can beat that man at short fine leg, he'll have 4.
And this time goes finer because the man has come square. Doesn't quite get it as to how he would like, so only gets a single. Ends the power play. It belongs to the Royals. The score is 48 for none. A slightly surreal look to the power play graphic because after a flying start, then some diminishing returns, 2 maiden overs, no mistake in our graphics there. Overs 4 and 5, 12 consecutive dots. And then a return to good runs. As umpire Rashid Riaz says, that's the end of the first power play, so into the rest of the innings now. 5 fielders allowed outside the circle, and immediately Asif Sheikh, the standing captain, will take all 5 of them, and he'll turn to Kishore Mahato, who's had a really good start to the tournament, 11 wickets in total. Has just proved a little expensive in the last couple of games. Won't get the second this time. Same score, believe it or not, HD. I know they were chasing in that qualifier 1, but exactly 48 for none in the power play, the Royals.
Maybe that's what they were doing in overs 4 and 5. They decided, well, we want to be in a similar position to what we were in the qualifier because we won. Just talking about those the spectators, the fans, there's some landlords with buildings outside of this ground that could make some serious money in renting out space.
Unbelievable, truly unbelievable.
Wouldn't be surprised if a few of those advertising hoardings were kind of brought down. 50's up. It's a trademark of any big occasion. I mentioned March 16th of this year, mentioned May 1st and May 2nd, not just the first day, but then the reserve day after the rain. They will be anywhere, any vantage point will do. That is outside the ground.
I can't help giggle at that. That's unbelievable.
Good news is they're not up in the trees. They're on stable ground. It's the way that the hills carve into the Tribhuvan University campus. It was really, I can only describe it as ludicrous the last 48 hours, Not many people had my number here in PAL, and I was still getting spammed. Anyone who has a local number, I can only imagine what it was like for Paris Katka. Requests for tickets, for passes. Gets it a good way in front to square and will get 4. Don't think it's gone all the way. I think it's